Hello everyone, today is the day. I am so dang excited to get these milk jugs open. Over the next few days, I will be opening them up. We finally have a break in the rain and I am so excited. I am literally still in all my teaching clothes. My kids are on a walk and I just started ripping as many milk jugs open as I could. Now, we'll get to it later, but the duct tape some of them were super easy to open while others were not. So I'm kind of learning how to fine tune that later. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Kristy. I am located in Massachusetts, Zone 6A, with an average last frost date of May 15th, and today is May 7th, so we are opening them up early. I actually was browsing on Facebook, and I happened to come across the winter sowing group, and a post just happened to pop up, and it said you don't have to wait until your average last frost date to open them. They have been outside in all the elements, so they should be good to go. And you can actually plant them out once they're 1 or 2 inches tall and they have at least 2 sets of true leaves. And a lot of these actually do, so I am thrilled. I plan on getting a lot of planting for Mother's Day. I asked for my Mother's Day gift is just some hours, kid-free, so I can plant and get ready with my perennial garden. So we are going to start opening these up today. Now, as I mentioned, I did use duct tape to seal these and I have a pile over here. However, I have learned that when we first started doing my winter sowing journey, I got the weatherproof duct tape. It is so strong that I'm definitely going to need scissors or a razor blade to open them up. So a lot of them that we first did together, I can't open them up right now. I am trying to open up as many as I can while my kids are on about a 20-25 minute walk and show you, and then we'll keep continuing over maybe some more tonight and then some tomorrow afternoon, because we have a lot of milk jugs. I didn't even count, but there's a lot. There's a lot. And I wanted to show you the ones that I saw were pretty full, and then we'll get to everything else afterwards. And I guarantee you, and I promise you that they all did not germinate. That's why I kept adding some more, because I was having some specific types were just not germinating. And yeah, so we have lots of sunshine coming. I wanted to open these up. We have some 80-degree days. I wanted to be able to water them and then hopefully get them in the ground either Saturday afternoon or Sunday. So let's get to it. So I actually started these in all sorts of different time. I waited until January. I did some in February. I did some in March. Like this one was done actually in March 14th. I waited till the middle or end of March to get more of my warmer annuals, like my marigolds and my celosia. And then I found some other things that I just wanted to throw in there. I had extra seeds, or I went to the big box store or the grocery store and just happened to pick up another pair. So this is actually going to be the Radiance Cosmos. So this was from Free Heirloom Seeds. I tried writing either where I got the seeds, and I made sure I wrote the date and the variety, but look at these. They were just about to burst out. So I am super excited. I probably did most of the packet, so just having this little bit right here, I am thrilled. I love Cosmos. I need to find a good place to put them so that way they can be supported when they grow a little bit taller, but I call this a win. Also, I am keeping these on my deck, hoping it will keep them away from the slugs. I didn't put any slug bait or anything, but they are definitely very, very wet. We had 3 inches of rain coming in. It was just non-stop rain. So let's keep opening. I'm just gonna get this done as fast as we can. So I also use these half gallons right here. This is the Love Lies Bleeding. I started this also in April. So this was done on April 5th. And I have some right here. I plan on using these for cut flowers. So we'll see if I really do or not. But this is just starting to pop up on some, and there are leaves on others. All right, we have our straw flower mix. This is actually from someone that I got and I do a lot of trading with for my dahlia seeds, and all of her seeds, oh my gosh, all of her seeds have just been doing so good. So I always reach out to her seeing if she has something. But look at these. So when I first put the straw flower in, I was like, oh my gosh, they're just like super fuzzy, and I didn't even see the seeds. So I dumped clearly both seed packets in, and look at this straw flower. I will be using this also for cut flowers. We have the Chinese forget-me-nots. These are the blue variety. And I'm super excited about these. Look at them. Oh my gosh, I'm pumped. Next year, I am definitely doing probably just as much winter sowing, let's be honest. But I hopefully won't need as many perennials. All right, so these are one of my, oh, these are Here we have feverfew. I did these in March. Oh my gosh. So they're starting to get a little bit of damage from it being so hot. Look at all this feverfew. I actually got this from a teaching credit that I did through my school. They did a seed starting class, so I got credit for it as a teacher, and I got a bunch of free seeds. These will actually be going to the school that I work for, so she is going to be thrilled. I actually have a meeting next Tuesday where we will discuss our planting of the perennial garden, and I tried getting as many reseeding annuals as possible, so she's going to be thrilled. So we have feverfew. We have some black-eyed Susans. I don't know if these are from a packet or if they're from ones that I have, but we have some black-eyed Susans starting. And yes, I did oversow as always. I do plan on giving some chunks to people. I'm also starting this super early because and one of the reasons why I'm like super eager to get these open is my coworker has been dying to get her delphinium and her foxglove. So I'm trying to find those. Let's see. Oh, here, and her larkspur. So we did these in March. Holy cow. Larkspur. Look at all of them. Oh my gosh. I have to be selective, obviously, because I have kids. Let me know in the comments about larkspur, lupin, and delphinium. How poisonous are they to be around children? I need to know all the things. All right, we have some anise hyssop. I have a few plants in there. I definitely know I overseeded this a ton. This was actually from trading, from seed swapping. So I have a few of these. I really want those for the pollinators. And I promise I'm not gonna talk with all of them. But, oh my gosh, what are these? Oh, bee balm. I love bee balm. I have lots of red. Bee balm is going to go all over my pollinator garden and my perennial beds. So I'm thrilled. So we have some bee balm right here. I'm not sure exactly which variety this is. I tried getting as many different varieties as possible. All right, here we go. We have some foxglove. Holy moly, look at this. It's like a whole carpet full. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm sure she won't need all of these, but I do have foxglove with great germination. I am thrilled. And then let's see, what do we have here? Oh, here's my lupin. Oh my goodness. Lupin successful, I would definitely say. I want to keep some of these, so please let me know how lupin is. My daughter won't pick them if I tell her not to, but it's more of my little rugrat. He usually isn't into the flowers, but I love some spiked flowers, so please let me know in the comments. Poisonous? How poisonous? Should I even attempt to plant this in my garden? All right, we have New York aster. I got this from Swallowtail. So we have a few of those. This was a perennial variety. We have rainbow painted mixed daisy. We did these in February. So these are some looking beautiful and nice and green. I really want to air these out. They've had so much rain that I really want them to just get a break. And then we actually do have some one cooler night, and then I might go ahead and put these up. These are bells of Ireland. I'm going to be using these for my cut flower garden. All right, so next up we have our delphinium. I did these back in March. Super excited. We had some great germination there. All right, let's see. We had some more black-eyed Susan. Wah wah. Nothing in this one. This was actually from a seed swap. So that's why I like to know if they're from seed swap, or I got this from someone in Connecticut. That way I know if it was just like a bad packet. Seed swapping though, you got a 50-50 chance. All right, we have some zinnias. This is the zinnia early bird. I got this one at Walmart. I'm gonna be planting these. Oh my gosh, look at this. They're going up through the handle right here. That is so funny. These will be planted at the school that I work at. These are huge and way bigger and taller than the ones from seed starting, which is wild to me. So maybe I'll do this winter sowing instead of just seed starting them because they look great. All right, so these are my poppies. They looked freaking fantastic until we got one super crazy warm day and they got kind of annihilated by the sun. There are still a few left. I want to get some poppies in this little perennial bed next to me. So maybe I will be able to salvage a couple of them. If not, I have another poppy one that actually still looked pretty good. This one I was excited about. So this one, I couldn't see what it said except that it said pale yellow. So I wrote mystery pale yellow. And this is what it is. It kind of, are these hollyhocks? They kind of remind me of my hollyhocks. I'm not sure. So if you know, please let me know these in the comments as well. All right, we have some more cosmos. Oh, cute. So we have some cosmos here. Not too many, but that's okay. We have some great blanket flower. I got these from Seacolt. Oh my gosh, look. I'm gonna have a whole entire side of the house with just different types of Rebecca, Indian blanket flower. So these are beautiful, and there is such a great start to these. We also have some alyssum. Oh my gosh, look at these. Oh, we got some helpers. Can you guys say hi?
Hi.
I have some daisies single mix that I have. So we have a lot of those. Again, always overseeding because I didn't know if this would work or not. And I just wanted to show you a little flashback to the beginning of my winter sowing journey. I actually had these in my garden beds, which I later found out with all of the snow and ice was a super bad idea when it started to melt. Unfortunately, they were so frozen that there was no drainage whatsoever. So I had to chip away. I got them back into another bed, and then they still kind of were not draining properly. Then I moved them onto my deck where I should have had them the whole entire time because they get sun all the time compared to my bed. So lesson learned, next year we will be putting them back on the deck. So let's get back to our winter sowing jugs. I'm gonna do a few more with you, and then I will turn the camera to a different angle and we'll just speed things up a little bit. But I have some mixed daisies right here. Again, always overseeding. I didn't know how this would work out. Very, very skeptical. So dang happy that I did it and that I have still all of these. But that's okay because a lot of them are actually perennials, and some of them I might just keep them in some pots and maybe sell them next year. Except I'm very excited to say that the coneflower seeds I harvested from my garden, they actually are flowering, so I might not have to wait until a second year to get blooms. So those ones I might even sell towards the fall when people are still planting out for the following year. So I don't know, I'm just so excited. All right, what do we have over here? Oh my gosh, we have phlox from American Seed. I got none. There's nothing in there, but that's okay. We still have so many more to go. All right, we have some Indian blanket flower. This is from Seacolt, and I started it back in March. And I cannot tell you how much bigger this is compared to the Rebecca that I started indoors, and that was back in February. So lesson learned, anytime I want to do any kind of Rebecca, I probably will end up just winter sowing them. They are just weeks ahead, it looks like, from what I have inside. I'll have to do a side-by-side comparison because my Rebecca is just so small. It doesn't have big leaves like this. Again, this will be going in my big Rebecca patch that I plan on doing on the side of my house. A lot of these will be used for cut flowers, and I just really wanted like a ray of sunshine on the side of my house for people to stop and see. So I'm glad I have a good handful right here. Oh my gosh, we have some more Rebecca. This is from Seacolt. I was saying before when I was doing some zinnias, I was a little bit hesitant with Seacolt, but it seems like only my bee balm is what I had some lack in germination with. But this Rebecca is doing great. These smaller ones right here are kind of like the size that I have indoors right now with my perennial. So this is the Goldilocks variety, again by Seacolt. We have a theme. This is Rebecca Black-Eyed Susan. I actually did this in January. So January 11th, this is a burpee variety. I mean, come on, let's go. I am so excited. They're just so cute. I'm so thrilled. I'll probably be giving some of these to some colleagues as well, and planting some of this Rebecca also at the school. I don't need this much. I have to just see which one is a perennial variety versus one which is an annual, but I think this is a perennial, so I probably will give a good chunk of these and put them in the garden at school. So I'm very excited about this. All right, up next we have my Farm Share blanket flower. This I know is an annual. And Yes, I'm thrilled. These made amazing cut flowers. They lasted like a good week and a half in a vase. So I'm thrilled. We have some really small ones. We have some larger ones. So these will definitely be going out up front, using again for cut flowers. All right, we have some calendula that I got from my teaching class. This will be going in the school that I work at. We have a handful of those. There was a lot of seeds actually, but I'm happy with this. All right, we have some Sahara Rebecca. We have a handful of those. Oh, okay, so I followed and learned a lot from the Southern Daisy. She recommended this marigold, the giant yellow ones, and look, oh my gosh, I love it when they get stuck in here. I think that is so funny. Look at all these great marigolds. Wow. I cannot wait to get these around. All right, up next is butterfly weed. I really wanted to get a lot of butterfly weed and milkweed in. And yes, this actually germinated super late. I was getting very, very worried. I did this one back in April. So happy it decided to germinate. All right, we have some straw flower and we have one or two of them. They might have got totally rained out. Oh, there's actually some slowly popping up, so that's exciting. Up next, we have a hollyhock mix. These look fantastic. These will actually be going to my coworker, so she'll be thrilled to have some of those. All right, up next, we have common milkweed back in January. Look, and these took forever to germinate, and some of them are actually over here just starting to sprout. So hopefully I'll get some more of these. We have my Mexican sunflower, and yes, thrilled, thrilled, thrilled. You better be ready for this one. Remember my strawberry vanilla hydrangea tree? Well, indoors they did nothing but look! Oh my gosh, I have baby trees. How exciting is that? So excited. So we're gonna just keep these and pot them up eventually and put them in the greenhouse. We have cup flower. This is a perennial. I am so thrilled. I went to a local seed swap and they are growing and I am so excited. We have some black-eyed Susans. This is the ones that I got from Smithlands and I harvested them myself. So sad because they are actually gonna be closing and it was like my favorite garden store. But look at all this perennial black-eyed Susan. How exciting is that? Up next, we have some pink celosia. So excited. So I'm gonna pink and cranberry this year for my cut flower garden and they're actually still germinating. We have some verbascum. We got some. I did dump a lot in there, so I'm happy with this. All right, I think we're losing a little bit too much daylight right now, so I'm going to wrap things up for tonight and then we'll open up some more tomorrow. Maybe I can sneak in a few more little sneak peeks before we completely lose any type of daylight and the bats start coming out and you can already start hearing all of the little animals for the nighttime. I am just so thrilled with how everything looks right now and I hope you're just as excited as me. Let me know in the comments if you are also opening up your winter sowing jugs and how your success rate is. And don't worry, I will definitely be showing you all of my empty milk jugs because there are a good amount of them as well. But I'm just very happy and pleased with my first time winter sowing and then I will see you tomorrow. All right, well, unfortunately, we are going to have to reconvene this weekend. We had rain come a few hours early, so I am unable to open up some more winter sowing jugs and show you, but no worries. After the rainfall, we will open them back up, hopefully on Saturday, if not Sunday. So until then, see you soon.